Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time, whichever it is. Thank you so much for being here. I would really appreciate it if you would press subscribe so that when I post my next video you will know about it. The reason I'm doing this video is because when I posted my mental health journey video, my cushion is crooked. That's really annoying. Wait. Sorry, just bear with me. I don't know why I wanted to wake. Excuse me. That's better, I think. Anyway, whatever, we move. So somebody messaged me after watching my mental health journey video. On that note, I have to say, a few people messaged me and they were like, oh, it's so sad, it's so emotional, I'm crying, I can't finish it. And I'm just like, no, you need to finish it. You need to finish it, because if you don't finish it, you're not gonna know the reason why I've done it. Spoiler alert, there's a happy ending. It ends well. So you need to finish it, otherwise you won't really get the bigger picture of it. So yeah, this person asked me the question, do you think it's possible then to live depression free? And for me, the answer is yes, because that's where I am. That's the point I am in my life. But that question actually got me thinking. I realized that actually there isn't really much out there on people saying that you can be free of depression. Because I remember even when I was going through it and I was doing my research, there is a lot out there on, you know, how to manage your depression, how to live with your depression, how to basically, you know, carry on with your depression. And for me, that wasn't good enough. That's not what I wanted for myself. If I was going to go through the journey of the healing process, I wanted to be free of it because it was ruining my life. I wasn't living a fulfilled or a full life with it. I'm going to share my experience of living depression free, as the title says, life after depression, because I want people to know that that's not where it has to end, that's not, you know, what your life has to be, that you don't have to accept that as the best, that there is life after depression. Depression is a horrific thing to go through. It is absolutely horrible. It consumes your entire being. It consumes your physical, your mental, your spiritual, everything, and it just darkens your world. I mean, obviously I'm speaking from my experience, and it darkens everything around you. You know, you can't see straight, you can't think straight. You know, everything for me was negative. Absolutely everything about myself, everything about others. I was just angry. I was just an angry person all the time. Angry at the world, angry at my family, angry at God. I was angry at myself. You know, the lack of self-worth that I had and whether I viewed myself and viewed everybody else. It was absolutely soul destroying, and it was just a horrible place to be in. Coming to the end of my therapy was just the most beautiful experience. It was absolutely beautiful. I was now hearing the birds, I was seeing the trees, all the beautiful flowers, which was just, you know, it's weird to think that all these things were in front of me the whole time. But honestly, guys, I was just so blind to it because my world was just dark. Like, my thoughts were dark. Everything around me, in me, was just dark. So now I was just finally seeing the world for what it was. And I was just like, damn, I've been missing out. But there was one thing that really messed with me, that actually really had me bugging for a second. I was after my therapy, I was like, wait, I'm really happy. Like, I'm really happy. I have so much joy. When I laugh, I literally laugh from my core, and I'm enjoying my life, and I'm looking forward to the rest of my life, and I'm looking forward to planning my life. But then I was like, hold on a minute. How can I trust this? How can I trust that this is me? Because after all, for so many years, I was just sad and broken. And you know, when I was going out and being around people, I was pretending to be happy. I was always smiling and always laughing, cracking jokes, pretending to be this person that I am now. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. So how can I trust that this is me now? What if this is my mind now convincing myself, and it's just, oh guys, it was crazy. But then I realized that, whoa, this person that I am right now is the person who I was supposed to be. It's the person who I've always been deep down. But the sad and the broken person, that was the effects of the depression. Oh, guys, I know you're probably watching this and you're like, yeah, it makes sense, but when you're going through it, it does not make sense. You're not able to see past it, or to even to be able to reason at that. Because for me, that said person, that's who I thought I was. That's who I believed I was. So now I'm in this place where I'm like, what? So this is who I was supposed to be this whole time, and depression was just sniping who I was? Oh! I was just like, I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe that this is what I've been missing out. That the world has been missing out on me. The disrespect of depression. Depression is actually so rude, guys. Depression will have you thinking that that's as good as it would get. But guys, I'm here to tell you that it is not. For the past 2 years, I have been living a depression free. Like, it's not a joke. It's, you know, it's true. I still have moments where I have to pinch myself, because I'm like, how is this even possible? How is this me? How am I here? Because when I was going through it, I didn't think that it was possible. Even when I was going through my healing process, there were lots of times where I did not think it was possible. But now I am there, and there is life after depression, and it is possible to live depression free. I'm here to testify of it, guys. Honestly, it is so true. There are a number of reasons why people end up depressed. For me, it was due to physical trauma, mental trauma, and the abuse that I had experienced, starting from childhood, childhood, baby, up to really an adult. So for me, going through therapy and having God on my side allowed me to go through the healing process, to really dive into all the things that had happened, and to come to terms with them, and to try to understand them, and to realize how those things had actually affected me. Because while I was going through it, I didn't know or didn't realize that it was affecting me. So that only pulled me deeper and deeper into my depression. So if you are like me and you are in a depression state due to trauma, I truly believe that you can get through it. That's why I'm so big on going out there and getting help. You know, go to your GP, contact your local therapy service, and refer yourself. Do whatever you need to do, but please go out there and get help. Not for anybody else, but for you, because you deserve to experience what I'm experiencing. You deserve to live a life free of depression, because it is possible. It is literally, I know it feels impossible right now. Believe me, I know. And it's hard for me to say this, because I know when I was in your place and hearing these sort of things just made me think, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about. But I really honestly do know what I'm talking about, because I was there for so many years, but it is possible to live free of it. Just get the help you need. And I've gotten through it, so that leads me to believe that other people can too. Obviously, I understand that other people do also suffer with depression due to medical issues, so things like hormonal imbalances and things like that. And some of those things may need to be managed by medication. I'm not really, fully in the know of that. But I know that some of those things may need to be managed with medication. Now, I don't know what it's like to live on that type of medication, because I've never been through it. So I would like to think that there is a way that, you could live free. I don't know. I'm just hopeful, guys. I think being where I am now and experiencing the joy and the freedom and the peace that I'm experiencing now, I truly believe that it's possible for everybody who was where I was. Life after depression for me has been just the most beautiful thing. I can't explain it, and that's why I want you to go and get help. If you are there, I need you to experience this, because you can't imagine it. Honestly, even if I'm trying to explain it to you, you honestly cannot imagine it until you're there. But it is just the most beautiful thing. It is the most refreshing thing. For the past 2 years, I have just been living my life. I have been free from everything that I was going through mentally, and one of my fears, and I remember saying to my therapist, "Oh, what if it comes back? What if it never really leaves me?" I was still struggling physically, so I was like, well, what if my physical struggles push me back into my depression? That was a really big worry of mine. And my therapist said to me, you have to realize that with everything that you have now, with everything you know about yourself now, and know about depression, and know how to help yourself, you're in a much better position to kick ass. Basically, you're in a much better position to handle whatever comes your way, because you are well equipped. Everything for me has changed, absolutely everything. The way that I'm able to connect with people, the relationships that I'm able to have. Guys, I have so many good people in my life. I have like friends who are just truly amazing, and I was never able to appreciate them before. I was never able to see, how much they cared, how much they absolutely loved me, and now I'm able to see it, and it's the most amazing. And the way that I've changed as a person, I have to say, and I'm not even joking, if you're not my friend, if we're not friends, you're missing out. You're actually missing out, because I'm actually such a great friend to have. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. I am a great person to have in your life. So if I'm not in your life, I don't know, I just don't know. You're just really missing out on a lot. I even now rewatch movies that I watched years ago, and it's so crazy, guys. It is so crazy, because I watch them now and I laugh. Like, I'm literally lying down in fits of laughter with some of them, and I'm in tears of laughter, and I just can't believe it, because I'm like, wait, I've seen this movie so many times before, but it feels like I'm seeing them for the first time, because there's so many things I missed. The laughter moments, the joy moments, the lessons. There's so many things that I was just going through life blind, not being able to see, not being able to appreciate, that now I see them and I'm just like, oh my God, it's crazy. And the way that the way that I love, like, I can't even explain to you. Like, I genuinely have like love for people. Like, I just love for people, and I care for people, and I sympathize with people, and I have so much empathy, and I just I want the best for everybody. And those are feelings that they were there, but they were never allowed to really flourish. I'm realizing that my therapist was right, and that's why I'm such a big advocate for therapy, because therapy taught me so much. It gave me so many tools, to get through life, so many things, that I can do to help myself before I get to a state where I am going through depression again. For the last few years, I've been struggling so much physically, and obviously I told you guys that I have that bad hip that is just getting worse. I'm currently waiting to have an operation to get it removed, but until then it's a real struggle. The pain that I'm in, I can't even explain it to you. It has put a hold on my life, but the way that I'm just so able to handle it is just nothing like I ever could have imagined, because my mind is so strong, my mind is so in control. What I'm going through physically hasn't affected my mental health, and that's what I was most afraid of. This doesn't mean that I don't feel things or I don't have bad days. Of course I do. Well, there's days when I wake up and my leg is just saying no, like, I'm just not gonna work with you today, and I have to spend the whole entire day in bed. That's hard. That is hard for anybody to deal with. So of course, in those moments it is sad, and I have a moment where I'm like, this is not great, and that's okay. That is absolutely fine. I need you to know that don't ever think that having a sad moment means that you're depressed, or having a sad moment means that you're going backwards. No, you are a human being. You are allowed to feel. When you're going through something, you are allowed to feel that thing, but what it does mean for me is that I'm able to regulate myself. I don't let those feelings really take over me. I don't like to be in that state for too long, because I'm like, no, we've got things to do. Like, no, we're not gonna let this linger. I'm not gonna let this ruin the rest of my day. So even if I've got to stay in this bed and and have this whole day here, I'm gonna find myself a movie. I'm gonna do something to try to bring myself back. Of course, I am a person of faith. I am a lover of God, and to me, my faith plays the biggest part in the person that I am today. The way that I'm able to live my life now, and the reason why I am free of depression, and the reason why I continue to handle life the way that I handle it day to day, even though it keeps throwing curveballs at me, is because God is just on my side. Like, I know it probably sounds crazy, some doesn't believe, but I can't explain it. But God just sustains me, honestly, and it has been just the most beautiful experience. So overall, guys, life after depression is beautiful. It's nothing like I could have imagined. I could not have written this if I tried. It has been it has just been so amazing, and I'm just so excited to see what else comes of it. But whatever comes, I'm ready, man. Like, good or bad, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna tackle it with everything that I have. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, do the thing, or whatever you want to do. But thank you so much for being with me, and I'm grateful and I appreciate you. Bye, guys.